I come from the heart of the heartland, where picture shows where the corn grows in rows and rows, with summer greens and winter snows, and it goes on through the crack of the bat. Oh, everybody rolling out their welcome mat, and our hands on our hearts under the stars of the Friday night flag. And oh, the heart will wander beyond that wild blue yonder. When I get lost in the noise, like a whisper I hear the voice of the boy from Illinois.
I think my first memory was actually riding in the ambulance with Fish and Josh Smith. I mean, I was a water boy. I was holding up waters. Nobody could reach them. And I just remember growing up on the field pretty much.
I remember going out to the games on Friday nights and just seeing those big football players out there on the field and thinking, like, one day that's going to be me.
I just remember going to all the games as a little kid and wearing my my TYF jersey and feeling like it was pretty much the coolest thing ever. And then, you know, I remember my first high school game, I got out there and I was like, wow, you know, it's been a long ride.
I grew up with both my brothers playing THS football, so I remember watching my brother be emotional and walk off the field for the last time ringing that tornado siren.
I remember probably first grade. That was the first time that me and Brandon got to ever play together. And I was the running back then, but I wasn't very fast. I didn't get fast till later in my life. And I just remember, you know, going out there and how we just went out there for fun. It wasn't like it is now where it's a more serious level, but it's the same amount of fun because it's with the same guys and you go out there and you have fun with them every day.
It meant everything because everyone that comes through here always wants to be on the Tornadoes, and I was on the defense when I started out too, and I just liked playing defense all my life, so that was the best part, hitting people.
I got to watch guys like Bo McDonald and Seth Trulock and Tanner Champlin, Blake Himes just all in front of me. Just always wanting to be those guys out there, and when that finally came true, it was kind of surreal. But looking back at it, it's cool. I mean, it's one day you're the guy looking up, and one day now I'm going to be looking down.
Takes me back, Illinois.
It's just the greatest feeling ever, just running out there and like looking around, absorbing it all in, and it's a great feeling.
No, there's nothing like that.
There's nothing can compare to the band leading us through Tornado Alley, walking to the helmet and taking the field, and with the whole community there. Nothing can compare.
Well, that feeling was like pretty awesome. I'm going out there. Usually I was for the JV teams before that, so I'm like, oh, there's not many fans. And I'm out there, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of fans out here now. Purple Rain's actually out here. I mean, it's pretty nice always running out there, always going to have a smile on your face when you're running out there to do the chant at the beginning.
I do a lot of things with the band and the jazz band and a whole bunch of groups, wrestling team, but there's nothing like walking out on that field in front of all the fans through that helmet. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I'm not used to that many people coming out to see a football game. And, you know, like coming off the field and like everybody cheering as you come off is so cool. And it was just a great experience.
I tried during the season to take in everything I could, singing the alma mater, just being around the guys in the locker room and at practice. And yeah, I mean, I tried to enjoy it, but I think looking back, there's probably stuff I looked past, just being too much in the moment and not enjoying it enough. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was really fun.
So I guess now is our time to kind of revel in it, and it was just it's one of the most important things in my life right now, and it'll be one of my best memories for sure.
When I feel that chill, smell that fresh cut grass, I'm back in my helmet, cleats and shoulder pads. standing in the huddle, listening to the call. Fans going crazy for the boys of fall.
Oh, and this is going to be a great game tonight. Oh, hotly anticipated, right? Everybody in Sangamon County wanted to see this, and I know everybody in Christian County absolutely has been waiting for this game for a long time. And I think it's great that the stakes are raised in this one. It's not a round one or round two matchup. This is for a trip to the semifinals. The Taylorville Tornado faithful have turned out in huge numbers tonight. Packed stands on the opposite side of us as we broadcast from the visiting side. Press box here this evening for you. They're ringed around the field. Whatever visiting accommodations they have provided here to the Rochester Rocket faithful, all those seats are filled up. They're 5 and 6 deep all the way around the field here this evening. We're glad we can bring it to you here on Sports Radio 1450. I think we're in for a really good one, Chris. Rochester certainly comes in as the favorite in this game, even though they've only lost once. They've won 7 state championships. Taylorville has sat and watched. They want to be in Rochester's shoes. Tonight they get the opportunity to prove that they deserve to be on this field against these Rockets.
I feel this year is a lot special because it was our year, the seniors' time to shine, and we all were a lot closer than we were freshman year, and it was just a great moment.
I say best team ever. Don't mean to be flexing on the other team, but Brandon and Yemi and all them, pretty good guys going through this team.
I'm sure we'll come back and say the same thing everyone else says, how we were the best team to come through, and that all the senior guys in there will think that, and it was a lot of fun with them, and win or lose, we did it together, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, dude, brought back memories of the undefeated seasons all through JFL. It was pretty badass.
I've been with them since I was 4 or 5 years old, and we played ever since, and we just click. And as we got older, everything just started getting put together more and more.
I mean, we've been a part of a lot of winning teams, but that was big. To win the conference in your senior year, to not lose a regular season game, that was huge.
I mean, we had a blast. We definitely cherished every moment together, and I mean, I couldn't wish for a better group of guys.
It was a pretty special moment. Never was a part of anything as big as this, and never had as many people watch and support as I did.
I enjoyed every second playing with him. Like I said, I've been with him forever, and every time we win a game or we do something cool, it was just the best feeling I could ever have.
Definitely this year was the biggest memory, going to the third round, and it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but just being with them. I think every game was its own special memory. Just being able to hear the coaches talk and play with your friends.
It starts with the coaches, and they've just done a great job working hard and making it fun for us.
They put a lot of time and effort setting us up into, great positions because, we're not the biggest, but we're going to try our hardest, and they put us in the right spots to do that.
On their weekends and on all their off time, they were always studying and watching all the film that they could and just putting us in the best place that they could.
The coaching staff was a very big part. They made more than just short bonds that only last the season. They make lifetime bonds with the kids that they have come through.
They let us joke around enough, but when we need to get serious, they got really serious with it. But it was still pretty fun. It was fun going to practice. I never didn't want to go to practice. Always looked forward to it, especially with the O-line. They were all sweet.
I think they show how they care about you as a football player, because when you walk through the halls, they still talk to you in and out of season, and they're always there and make jokes with you, and it's not just yelling.
We do films at their houses, and they feed us and everything, which is really, really awesome. I don't know how many other teams do that, and they say if you never need anything to go talk to them, and I've talked to Coach Hang and Coach Cotier, all of them, so it's pretty cool. They do care a lot. This is a big part of their lives.
The coaches did an amazing job. I mean, everyone was scrambling this off season. I mean, not much people had much faith in us, but we got it all together due to the coaches.
They made us close, and they had us over to the houses for films and everything. Made us like a family.
They love this program probably more than anything else. I mean, you can just tell by the way they talk about it, the way they look when they're talking about it. They get that look in their eyes like this is the best thing in their life.
Probably building relationships with all of us. From the day you walk in the doors freshman year, you get to know the coaches very well. And they're all Taylorville guys. They all played or coached here previously, so that's unique and that's cool, and definitely something special about our program. But yeah, building relationships with each player is definitely a strong suit that they have.
Our whole coaching staff is from Taylorville, and so that plays a big part. They're all Taylorville guys, and they know what it feels like to be in our shoes, and so they want what's best for us, and that's just a way to keep the pride.
They've taught us definitely how to be humble and to prepare ourselves, and that there's always going to be mistakes in life, and you just got to overcome them.
I think they're all big family guys, but I think up there with their family is Taylorville football, and being a coach means a lot to them, and it's very noticeable.
The coaches are definitely, they're amazing, and they've done a lot for me, and I know that if I ever needed them in the future, they would continue to, and they've taught me a lot, and it's helped me out, and it's helped me get to where I am now.
And they shaped me who I am today for sure. I wouldn't be a leader. I wouldn't be the person to stand up at halftime and give a big spiel. I'm a pretty quiet kid, but I mean, they shaped me into that person, and I couldn't be more thankful for them.
I've always been with Coach Mateer since my freshman year, and he was always making me a better player in good and bad ways, pushing me in not always the best terms, but I don't know, I just always had a good time doing it, no matter what happened. Him pumping me up before a lift or just getting me motivated to get better as a player.
They're always helping make everyone a better person, from practices to what they do outside of football. They're always helping people become better people.
They spend hours on hours, like staying up all night thinking about it, and then watching film all Saturday and Sunday, preparing for the next week. I mean, this is their lives, and they love it.
They taught me how to become a better man and always fight through what you believe in and help you grow with them.
I really appreciate that they made it bigger than just football. A lot of the advice they were giving was football, but it also got into a lot of life advice and a lot of just, you know what I mean, coaching in terms of how to live your life rather than just football, and that meant a lot.
When Bloomquist came up to me in practice and was like, "Hey, did you steal my car?" And like he got everybody, and everyone thought someone took his car. And I was laughing so hard.
And who took his car?
Nobody took his car. He was just saying that somebody took his car.
I think one of my favorite memories this year was Coach Mateer stealing the Bobcat to put rocks under the water. I mean, that was just sweet, Those guys will do just about anything for us, and I think it's huge.
Definitely when we watch film in the morning with Coach Bloomy, and he always told us we looked like puking cats going to hit somebody.
With Bloomquist, I think when Travis Sunderland was stuck under the red sled and he was flopping like a fish, and Bloomquist was just laughing, didn't try to help or anything. And I think that's one of my favorite. And calling Coach Owen short every day.
Throwing a caterpillar into Coach Odom's pocket from like 5 feet away, and it was impressive. And it crawled up his back, and he had no idea. And we were laughing real hard, and he was getting real mad at us because he didn't know what was going on.
The end of week 2 against Abraham, when they told me that I had got ranked 5th in IHSA for receiving yards in the game, it was pretty special, and then like how everybody was actually genuinely happy for me, that meant a lot to me.
You realize how close of a family everybody is and how tight you all can become and how tough it is to stick with it.
Thank you, Coach Odom. The last 4 years have been awesome. Very, very blessed to have family coaching me. More special than anybody could think of. Thank you, Coach Mateer, Coach Wolf, Coach Hannigan, Coach Worsham, both Coach Worshams, Coach Bloomquist. You guys have all had an impact on my life, and I know with my teammates' life as well. So thank you all, and thank you for the last 4 years.
I want to thank all the coaches for everything they've done and the way that they've put up with me and some of my antics, and they all mean a lot to me, and they've all taught me a lot of different things and how to become a man and how to be a better football player, and I just want to thank all of them.
I'd just like to thank them for all the work and effort that they put into us and making us the best players that we could be.
Thank you, coaches.
Thank you, coaches, for bringing me in and accepting me, and just one of the best coaches that's ever played for.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you to the coaches for these last 4 years and everything they've done for us.
You guys just really made my high school career great, and we had a lot of fun, and that's all thanks to you guys.
Thanks for everything you've done.
Thanks for everything. You guys put a lot of time and effort into making us a good team, and I really appreciate it. I couldn't say thank you enough.
I just want to say thank you to all of them for always sticking with me after all the mistakes I made, and just thankful that they let me get a second chance.
In the summer, they pushed us really hard because they knew we had a chance to do something great, and they wanted to make the best of it.
We went 9-0 and won the conference championship. That's a pretty cool memory. Being the 3rd team to ever make the quarterfinals and 2nd team to ever have 11 wins in Taylorville history. 118 years of football. We did something pretty special here. So the season as a whole was pretty memorable. A lot of little moments here and there that that I'm sure we'll find to talk about.
After the Columbia game in the second round of the playoffs, we came in here. We had all the water bottles. We were pouring water on each other, jumping. People were sliding on the floors. It was a great time.
After the Rochester game, Clark Davis walked up to me, and I used to play offensive line in junior high, and he walked up to me and hugged me and said, "We're not centers anymore, Blake," and that really hit me, you know.
I'd say probably beating Effingham, showing up like our junior year. We didn't beat them on our home field, and we went there and traveled and showed them that we were going to be the conference champs.
Wanted to get his senior nephew out of the game, so they called a timeout and a big, long embrace between one of the best quarterbacks, two of the best quarterbacks in Taylorville program history, and Jeb Odom and his nephew Brandon Odom, who leaves the game and his senior career just an outstanding career.
You use the term "end of an era" with with some of the guys that we've got that are leaving, and personal. My nephew Brandon being the kid that he is, and he's a great quarterback. He's an even better person, so that hurts a little bit right there. But football is a sport. Only one team gets to raise a trophy every year, and we're not the team this year. So we've got to say goodbye to those seniors.
I grew up here. I mean, this is where I spent my childhood, and it's tough. It's really hard. All my buddies since I've been playing with for 13 years now, it's over. So it's definitely a tough one.